Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel where you are going to master cloud and FinOps. Please hit the bell icon and subscribe the channel so you will get the notifications for my all upcoming videos. But today I wanted to talk about the GenAI workflow. So my intention is to explain you how GenAI works in the backend. So I have created one simple flow diagram which will help me to explain the GenAI workflow to you. And I'm pretty sure that after watching this video, you will understand how GenAI work pretty easily. So as I initially talked in one of my earlier video that GenAI is nothing but a platform which anybody can use it to transform the existing data in a different data sets which are more interactive. And then over that data set, they can create a different use cases as well. So let me start it from the left hand side. So in any of the GenAI model, basically the three core components are there. One is the data set. So data set can be in a structured form or unstructured form, and data can reside anywhere. So for example, data which is hosted or which is stored in the databases, or it could be the RDS or relational databases or the NoSQL databases as well. Sometimes the data which is stored in the storage buckets or SharePoint or maybe the OneDrive as well. Then different APIs which is also providing the data to the end user, the different data which is available across the internet. So anything you can consider that as a data source. The second core component is the large language model. So large language model is the core or bread and butter of the GenAI infrastructure. Without large language model, we cannot assume the GenAI infrastructure at all. So for explanation point of view, I consider the large language models from the predominant hyperscaler, which is AWS, Azure, and GCP. So information point of view, let me tell you that AWS Bedrock or Microsoft Copilot, and then GCP Vertex AI. These are, or Google Vertex AI to be precise. These are the core GenAI large language model, or basically GenAI platform, which all the predominant hyperscalers are providing to their end customers. So in this way, the second core component is the large language model, and third is the use cases. So use cases which will be exposed to the end user via chatbot or search bot or any other interactive way. So predominantly nowadays people are using chatbot and search bot. That's why I draw the chatbot and search bot here for the explanation point of view. So now when we start the data which will be fed to the GenAI model. So GenAI model or its large language model will read the data, and then ultimately it will vectorize that data and then transform it. So any use case which is the need of end user will consume that transformed data. So this is a very simple flow. Obviously, there are so many technical things involved in between, but for explanation point of view, I want to keep it simple. So you have to consider the data which will be in the existing format that will be fed it to the large language model. Large language model will process this data, and ultimately this processed data will be fed it to the use cases. So use case point of view takes the example of banks which we all follow or which we all visited once in our life, right? So in bank, whenever we visiting the bank, we are filling the form. So those forms could be in a form of hard copy or sometimes soft copy. So what we do is we fill the form, then we submit it to the bank representative, and then they read the form, then they fill that data into the different platform which are owned by the bank. So it could be website or it could be the desktop applications, anything you can assume. So now in all this, the huge effort is going. So specifically from the bank representatives, right? They are putting huge effort for the for identifying the data, reading the data, transforming that data, and putting in their own banking system. So now here consider the story where you have filled the form. It could be soft copy or hard copy. Then you gave it to the GenAI model. Then this GenAI model will read your form. It will vectorize the data. It will correlate the different data. And then it will also check the different key points which is required as per the bank needs. And then all those transformed data will be again fed to the different system. So in this case, we can use this data to fed into the specific use case without or with less human effort. So now consider a scenario where you want a bank statement. It is very easy for you to download the bank statement from the net banking application or mobile banking application, and sometime you can directly call to the bank and they will give you the bank statement. But now if you go one step ahead and if you want to search that, okay, how much money you spent on grocery in 2024 July, what exactly you have to do? You will get the bank statement for that month, then you will read it line by line. If you have Excel, you can filter it if the bank is giving you the categorization, right? But now with this, if you have a GenAI model in place which is provided by bank, ultimately your data, basically the expenditure data or transaction data, will be attached to the one of the large language model, and then you will have a facility of search bot or chat bot where you can just type the text which is understandable by anyone in a simple English. It will give you the output like, okay, example, when last time I visited the particular grocery shop. So via reading your bank statement and via reading the basically the recipient of that amount, the chatbot will give you the data. So these kind of use cases or multiple use cases, you can use it or you can create it, and nowadays many of the organizations are creating these kind of GenAI use cases. So that's all I wanted to talk about via this video. I hope this video clear your queries or your understanding with respect to GenAI workflow. In case if you have further query, feel free to put it in the comment section, and do not forget to press the share and subscribe button so you will get the notification about my upcoming videos. Till the time, stay tuned. Have a wonderful day ahead. Take care.